Okay, so as you know, we have dove into mini bikes on this channel, but we really haven't dove into ATVs at all, really. But of course here, this is an AT125UT. It's a Coleman ATV that you can buy at Tractor Supply. And let's just say the reputation of these, as far as I know, is more so cheap, or at least child-oriented. Like, it's not big. It's a very small ATV compared to how big these things can actually get. Cheap, just in general, it's a Tractor Supply ATV. Really, the bells and whistles on these things are limited. Not that I actually mind that. I'm all for simple vehicles, and actually this thing looks kind of fun. Now, this is not mine. This is something I'm fixing up for somebody, kind of as a side hustle. So, what does the customer state? Well, it doesn't run right now. Technically, in terms of what's wrong with it, as I diagnosed last night before bringing it back home, is a fuel issue. This thing is not getting proper fuel delivery, as it turns over and turns over and turns over, but doesn't actually fire. Now, other than the possibility of spark not actually firing, I believe it's a fuel issue more so because he stated that it actually bogs down when he did get it running. And because he stated that it was sitting over the entirety of last summer, then fuel issue seems likely. The carburetor's got gummed up jets. And when I took the fuel line off last night to check it out, the flow was, not really where it should be. Even though it's got enough gas to where it should be flowing more than it actually would be flowing. So I'm going to take the carburetor off, clean that out, clean the fuel line out, and we'll see where we get from there. I'm going to try to get this thing actually fired up. The handlebars are detached because of transport, to get it to fit in the SUV I had access to. But I'm going to attach them back before I do anything. Just need to get it started so we don't actually have them falling out like crazy. I don't know how well this comes across on the wide-angle lens on this camera. But yeah, first of all, this light, the plastic's broken on this light, brittle and all that, so I'm gonna have to secure that back somehow. But overall, I need to align this tie rod because it's not very aligned. Although, look at it now, it's not that bad. It is an off-road vehicle after all, but could use more alignment. But I think if you keep this on dirt and all that, you're gonna be fine. Got this universal socket recently. I'm gonna legitimately try this for the first time and see if this works well enough to get the actual bolt on the other side. So basically what you do is this kind of just molds to that shape. And you can kind of get it to go in. Look at that. It does it's working. You don't want to put a lot of torque on this, and that's just, I didn't even read that. I'm just thinking that's common sense. So the battery did have some charge on it when I got there, but I need to jump it again as it's not really gonna charge until it starts. Since it's been sitting though, I don't know, I might advise a new battery, but it's gonna get it started well enough. Weirdly enough though, well maybe not weirdly, but disappointingly so, it doesn't have some sort of secondary starting, no kick start, no pull start, which I always like to see that, but I don't see anything like that on this engine. Being a 125, it's a 125cc 4-stroke, and it looks to me like that's definitely the carburetor you'd expect on something like this. Just a slide carb, TT013. Not sure if that's part number or not, but probably is. Yep, PZ22, which, if my guesstimations are correct, this is a 22mm carburetor for this thing. One thing that I noticed last night is that the exhaust isn't fully on there. Bit loose, so I'll have to tighten that up. Look at that. Choke works. Seems like they don't let you disassemble the bolt here. I'm trying to see if I'm missing anything, but you know, I'm also really not trying. I'm really also trying to see if I'm missing anything. Like, I think my words are not very smart sounding right now, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. I think that's how you would take the bowl off, but there are no threads, so yeah, that's annoying. Now, from what I can tell in the carburetor, I'm blowing through some of the holes, and it doesn't seem like it's actually very clogged or anything like that. See, if you look in here, that's your fuel shutoff. Now, it's off right now, but even when it was on, it wasn't putting much. And the gas tank has gas in it, but I think I can tell there's some stuff in that line. Yep, that would be the filter that's clogged then. This line's not clogged. Clogged fuel filter is probably one of the easiest fixes. Teslas are nice cars. I personally wouldn't own one, but you know, this being my dad's Tesla, it's a nice car. Well, I found one. Well, got it on there. So let's get that carburetor back on, try to start it. I see. I just saw it do that. You probably heard that. It's that. The solenoid still is good, but not this wire that's going to the starter, I believe. Okay, look at that. That is all chewed. That is chewed. Alright, soldered some new wire. Let's actually get that connected back up from the solenoid and all that. Okay. Maybe that'll work now. Okay, well that obviously works a little bit better now. Alright, well now we're losing it. But we'll hook up the battery. It's trying. Come on. Oh, it tried to fire. It kind of putted right there. I think it backfired, but yeah, it's going now. That's good. Wow, we're starting now. And we got a big exhaust leak. Because I hear it out of here. Yeah. I'm gonna tighten up that exhaust. Oh, that battery. Alright, I'm gonna let that warm up. Looks like it loses its prime. Well, clearly there's something not quite right with the clutch. It's next morning. I'm not gonna waste any time just blabbering about. Basically, the customer wants me to do the whole repair to the clutch and everything like that on this engine. So I'm not gonna waste your time. I gotta get everything off, get everything out of here, and we're gonna fix this up. Bolts down here. And yeah, there's oil in there, of course, so. Might just be cold. Well, there's not much coming out of there. WD-40. Oh man, that is stuck on there good. Couple love taps. There it goes. That's off. As far as I'm concerned to start, that's loose. Those are teeth shards. Some stuff that's jostled around. It looks like it's, yeah. There are metal shards in there. Did some big brain research. Yeah, it turns out the clutch, when you, it's supposed to grab that crankshaft, and it obviously when I took it off, it didn't. It just kind of fell out. So it's not grabbing anything, and those metal shards are not a good sign, so it's just slipping and sliding. And because of these strip screws, because they're the softest metal known to man, and the fact that it's just slipping, so I'm going to call up my customer, tell him what's up. I just decided to order a new clutch, and because of obvious reasons, a new clutch cover gasket. Those should be here into January. Being January 3rd or January 8th is when everything should get here. eBay and Amazon. Did Amazon for the clutch, and I did eBay for the gasket. So those should get here, and then I will do part 2 of this video. But I'm going to cut the video off right now. I'm going to get this thing fully fixed, fully working for him. So thank you everyone for watching this video. Hopefully the part 2 will get this thing running. Or, I guess not running, but driving. See you guys in the next video.